Every time a growing organization adds a new department, a new layer of management, or a new operational tool, internal friction multiplies. What starts as a tightly coordinated team slowly splinters into isolated factions. This breakdown generates a highly predictable set of symptoms. Organizations experience weak execution, delayed decision-making, and staggering resource wastage. The inevitable result is operational chaos. These symptoms stem from the silo effect. Strategy, HR, technology, and finance operate as specialized units, but function like isolated planets. When disconnected units pass projects back and forth, momentum drops. Crucial data and human energy literally spill into the void between departments. You can hire top-tier talent and push them to work 90-hour weeks, but the output won't change. This is a structural failure. Working harder inside a broken system only accelerates the breakdown. The standard corporate response is to bring in traditional management consultants. They typically offer theoretical advice on how to polish those individual silos so they run a fraction of a percent better. But attempting to simply manage an expanding web of complexity requires constant oversight. It drains capital and executive attention without ever addressing the actual structural gaps separating your teams. ZUMOSUN takes a different path. Their model insists that organizations must stop managing chaos entirely and instead eliminate it by activating one unified management ecosystem. Long-term survival depends on an integrated execution engine that bridges these operational gaps. ZUMOSUN expands this logic by linking every operational function into a shared infrastructure. They call this a management civilization, an environment where the entire organization operates on a single unified protocol. Notice the strict sequence in this connected flow. Strategy informs planning, which dictates how resources are allocated. Those resources are pushed into operations, generating measurable performance without gaps. Finally, performance is locked in by governance, paving the way for stable growth and long-term transformation. The strength of this pipeline relies on strict continuity. An organization only moves forward because the exact output of one phase serves as the precise input for the next. To maintain that unbroken chain, ZUMOSUN unites dozens of specialized operational solutions under a single architectural framework. Instead of keeping them isolated, core pillars like project execution and leadership development are woven together, ensuring human capital has both the direction and the structure required to deliver on targets. Those human-driven efforts are then backed directly by technical pillars, from strict quality assurance protocols to advanced digital intelligence tracking systems. This synchronized alignment ensures strategy reaches the floor. Every solution functions as a component within a single, high-output enterprise engine. Moving a company onto this kind of engine follows a highly predictable timeline of organizational evolution. This framework begins at the primitive stage, the inactivated management universe, or IUC. This is where most organizations are trapped today, dealing with fragmented operations, poor planning, and constant internal friction. Connecting those disjointed systems, companies evolve into the activated state and eventually achieve the ease of management stage. Here, operations streamline automatically, and decision-making becomes data-driven. At the peak of this evolution, the exponential management universe functions as an autonomous, scalable ecosystem. You cannot escape the bottom tier's daily grind just by hiring more managers. True scale requires a total structural transformation. This model establishes a future-ready organizational infrastructure designed to handle massive expansion. A company struggling to execute basic daily functions will eventually collapse under its own weight. But a business running on a unified ecosystem scales with quiet, relentless efficiency. Stop managing complexity and start building a management civilization. Contact a ZUMOSUN management activation expert today to begin building a scalable execution ecosystem.